So in this mindset makeover today, we are looking at self-mastery. What does it mean? What are the 4 areas that you've really got to be focused on? Why you should be focused on your self-mastery and how you can do it. Okay, so stay tuned, watch the video all the way through. Please do let me know what your thoughts are, share your comments below, like this video if it resonates, and of course subscribe for more. We're going to be talking about loads of different things, all to do with personal development in the future. Trailblazers, Leila here with another mindset makeover. I hope that you have had a fantastic week and a great weekend as well. So we're back to a fresh new start, new day, new beginning. Mondays are one of my favorite days. I love Mondays. So I've got your video for you today, and this one we are talking about self-mastery. Now, you might be wondering, what is self-mastery, Leila? What are you talking about? What is a self-mastery mentor? So I'm going to answer your question here. So a self-mastery mentor it's the work that I do where we dive deep into helping yourself, for example, to understand who you are. Mastery is, I'm going to break it down for you, okay? So mastery is when we practice something over and over and over and over again, and we get really, really good at it. So we move from a basic level to an intermediate level, to a higher level, to an advanced level, to mastery, okay? So it might be, you could think of learning a language, for example, okay? That's basically where my mastery journey started. And mastery, mastering the language, learning just the basics is obviously where I started. Moved up to intermediate, taking different qualifications, took it to another level, took it to the advanced level, and learned how to master French and languages and linguistics and so on. So that all took a long, long time, right? It was all a process, but it started with me making a decision to say, yeah, I'm gonna practice this thing called languages, and I'm gonna practice it to the best of my abilities, and I'm gonna learn how to communicate in other languages, and I'm gonna master that. It took a lot. It took a lot of energy. It took a lot of practice. It took a lot of trial and error. It took so much failure, so many mistakes, which are just the best thing that could have happened, right? And so along the way, I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about other human beings. I learned so much about how the mind works and how powerful language is. So mastery is when you are moving from the basics to the advanced, beyond to mastery, okay? And this is really what you want to do, is you want to master things that you're passionate about, that you enjoy learning about, that you want to actually learn more about, right? Now, self-mastery is kind of next level, and it's very, very specific. So self-mastery is the mastery of oneself. So it's mastering and understanding, knowing and learning who you are, and mastering all of your self, okay? Now, self-mastery is so next level, it would kind of blow your mind, like, what? But it is, like, for me, I see it as the greatest gift that you can ever give to yourself whilst you're alive, whilst you're here. Because what you're doing is you are saying that you are willing to learn who you are willing to know thyself, you're willing to acknowledge your presence, your life, your heartbeat, your aliveness. And that requires you to sit and look at yourself and consider yourself and learn to understand who you are and challenge yourself and question all of these different things that you might believe in and that you might have learned and so on. And you're wanting to understand these 4 areas in particular, okay? So you're wanting to master or understand, to know, to then master your emotional kind of intelligence, your emotional body, your mental body, so your mindset, your mental well-being, your mental health, your physical body, okay, which is obvious, your nutrition, your sleeping well, exercise, and and so on, and your spiritual body. So understanding really your, like, the big picture questions, who are you? What are you here to do? What is your purpose? What is your mission? And so much more, okay? And spiritually, you're connecting with the source that is within you, right? The power that is you. You're connecting with that part, that inner potential. You're activating it, you're releasing it, and you're living from your true self, okay? Okay, so some of the areas that you might want to master are self-confidence, assertiveness, negotiation skills, communication skills. You may want to master your emotional world, dealing with any kind of hurt emotions, any uncomfortable emotions, dealing with grief, bereavement, dealing with breakups, dealing with joy and happiness as well. Your emotional world is absolutely key to your happiness. When you know and understand how you kind of emotionalize the things that you've experienced or that come up in your life, then you're able to really get a handle on how you can be there for yourself. Some of the other things that you might want to focus on for self-mastery as well, with regards to the mindset and mental health and your mental body, is to actually say, okay, well, is my self-talk, is it negative? Is it critical? Am I always berating myself? Am I always judging others? Am I quick to criticize others? Am I, like, if you're being too hard on yourself, and so on. Like, these are just some of the things. Are you loving yourself? Are you being kind to yourself? Are you being compassionate? What kind of language are you using in order to really support your self-mastery journey? These are super, super important, right? So in order to focus on your self-mastery, you've got to pick some areas that you feel are, maybe they could be strengthened, and you don't quite understand these particular parts of yourself just yet. And so you can say, okay, I'm going to focus on this, I'm going to focus on that, and I'm going to learn more and understand who I am. With regards to the physical body, something that you might want to do is to focus on your fitness and your eating habits, and challenge, why do you eat? Are you eating out of stress? Are you eating out of anxiety? Are you repressing emotions and feelings that come up for you? Are you eating because you're hungry, or are you eating because you want fuel? You want to fill your body with fuel to keep you going, and to keep your body going. And these are, like, really, really powerful questions that you'd be asking yourself as you're kind of learning to understand, yourself. And with regards to food as well, it's like, why do I eat particular foods? Why am I going for the biscuits and the crisps and the chocolates? What is behind that action? What is behind that? When you look at the behind the scenes, that's when you discover who you are and what your motivations are, and what your journey is as well. When we can actually, so here's a cool thing, when we can actually understand ourselves in these different areas, when we focus on showing up with confidence, showing up authentically, showing up with truth, showing up, like, with this sense of security and self-assuredness, as opposed to insecurity, as opposed to anger, as opposed to stressed or indecisive, right? When we can focus on healing all of those, we bring that new energy into our work. We bring that new energy into our businesses. We bring that new energy into our school work, into our college work, into our uni work. However you show up within yourself is what you bring to these other areas of your life. So for me, as a self-mastery mentor, My focus with regards to the clients that I work with is your well-being comes first. How you show up within yourself is super important, because that is going to directly impact the confidence or the authenticity or the integrity or how secure you feel in your business, in your work, with your coursework, with your assignments, in your dance classes, etc., etc. How you show up within yourself, within your kind of body, emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, and then the higher light body, is what is reflected in your business, in your work, and your career, and so on. So, they to master oneself, and self mastery takes time. Of course, it does, right? It takes diligence, it takes tenacity, it takes commitment, right? This is one word that I'm obsessed with. It takes commitment. So you've got to be committed to yourself. You've got to say, yeah, I'm committed to doing my absolute best in school and doing the best that I can possibly do at college or during this degree or this course that I'm taking. I am committed to learning how to be the best that I can in this job. I want to go for that promotion. What do I have to do in order to reach that promotion? How do I have to show up? How do I have to, what do I have to heal within myself to be that person that gets that job, or that person that creates that successful, thriving business? Who do I have to become in order to create the life that I want to, in order to create the life that I dream of within? What you're wanting to do is to ask yourself some really powerful questions, and one question in particular, really powerful self-mastery question, is who do I have to become in order to have the relationship that I want or dream of, the fitness that I dream of, the business, the career, the family relationship, the adventures that I want to have? Who do I have to become in order to do those things, or in order to experience those things? So, self-mastery is your commitment to you. It's you saying, okay, I'm going to do whatever it takes to love myself, to show myself that I'm valued, and to show myself that I care for my well-being, because nobody else can take care of you other than you, in the way that you absolutely know and deserve to be treated. Okay, that is your responsibility. And self mastery for sure requires that you take responsibility for yourself, that you take responsibility for your well-being, your happiness, your joys, your sadness, you take responsibility for healing the traumas, the challenges, the experiences that you've had that have been very, very uncomfortable. And taking responsibility is another big thing. So I'm probably going to do another video on that, actually. Let me know if you'd like to see that, and then I can definitely put that together for you, because responsibility is a big thing, and a lot of people don't want to take responsibility. It's easy to just pass it off onto somebody else. But when you commit to taking your well-being into your own hands, and you choose to fill up your own cup with your own self-love through process, through trial and error, through practice, then you are living in a way that is inspirational to you, not to anybody else. In fact, just put anybody else to one side. Self-mastery is about you saying, yes, I want to create a life that inspires me. I want to create a life that brings me joy and that feels worthy, because the truth of it is, you are the only person who's going to be taking your last breath. Okay? We all are. No one else is taking my last breath for me but me. And I know that if I'm fully conscious, that I want to be able to look back at my life and think to myself, yes, I did the absolute best that I possibly could. I came here and I loved myself and I treated myself well, and I stood up for myself and I honoured my dreams and I stayed in union to my source. I committed and I did the absolute best that I could. And I would love for that to be your kind of self-talk and your kind of inspiration, you know, the guiding light to you creating a life where you love who you are. There's nothing wrong at all with loving yourself. We're talking about loving from the heart. We're not talking about loving from the ego, because the ego is a whole completely different ball game. And self-mastery actually teaches you all about your ego and how your ego shows up in your life. And, you know, essentially its purpose is just to protect you, but it has very, very sneaky, crafty, clever ways to protect you, but actually to mask what it's doing. But so, in fact, there are a couple of videos on this channel where you can explore more about the ego. So, it's a self-mastery is mastery of self, knowing yourself, so knowing thyself, going on a journey. What do you like? What do you not like? What are your preferences? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are the best things about you? What do you need to work on? What are the things that are getting in the way? What kind of traumas have you been through that require healing? And so on. So you're learning to understand yourself, to know yourself, to master your being, and to enjoy who you are, and to master creating the life that you really want to create, which is all in your hands. That's definitely going to be another mindset makeover for you guys in the next couple of weeks. The 4 main aspects that you want to focus on, there are actually 5, but the 4 that I've mentioned here are your emotional body, your physical body, your spiritual body, and your mental body, so your mindset, which is the one which I'm an expert in. That's where my focus is, that's where my expertise has come through from all of my life experiences. And that's what I work with to help my clients to, you know, to bring these incredible results into their life. What we do is we work together to bring together these different elements of yourself, and you know, to help you to show up in this world living your full and true potential. The 5th body is your light body, and that's your energetic body. That's like the big oversoul, the big part of yourself, which is like the big picture, the meta of you. But that's for maybe for another video, maybe for another channel. I haven't quite decided how deep we're going to be going on this particular channel. So if you would like to book a free breakthrough session with me where we dive into some of this self-mastery with you and for you, send me a message and let me know. We'll get you booked into the diary. And this session is really, really powerful. And the focus is you, the focus is your well-being. The intention is to help you understand where you're at, where you want to be, what you're wanting to create, what's getting in the way, and helping you to put together a blueprint to support you. Message me if you would like to book a breakthrough session. And of course, if you've enjoyed this video and it's resonated, please like this video, share it amongst your network, amongst your friends, and be sure to subscribe for more as well. We're going to be doing more of these mindset makeovers, okay? So if you have a particular conversation that you would like me to talk about, or a particular topic, post below, let me know, and I will get that recorded for you as soon as. Have an amazing day, and remember that life is today. It is right here, right now. This is the only moment which exists. So in this moment, dare to dream and dare to realize your dreams in physical reality. That is what we are here for. The manifestation is the fun part. All right, I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.